Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa. People making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews spotlighting local businesses to covering important issues in the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Mr. Marley Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, or on www.kbob899.com, or tuning in to any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your host with hostess, Mr. Molly Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, March 8th, 2023. And we are live every Wednesday. It's on the cast on the News You Can Use media network, our World One Development. We are set for an exciting post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
On today's show, the medical report with Dr. Andre Perdue. On today's show, why you need to be both mentally and physically healthy and why it's important.
Yep. Also on the show, Karate, Mr. Brian is in the building, talking about his partnership with Era for karate training at summer camp.
And of course, on Hump Day Hot Topics, which are Black-owned bookstore has expanded to Tulsa International Airport. Find out the details. Medical tourism gone wrong, leaving 2 Americans dead. Find out why. And Oklahomans say no to recreational marijuana. Find out the election results, birthdays, and more.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media network, powered by World One Development. Hang on, we'll be right back.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
This is News.
To hear things, 1, so we can support, and 2, so we can be informed.
Yep. I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development, which includes fitting back in EduRec Youth and Family Fund Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and Oklahoma Community Support Coalition. My job, because the world wants to know, is to provide leadership for all aspects of the company's operation with an emphasis on long-term goals, growth, profits, and a return on those investments. I am so excited and I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer for World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations, establishing policies that promote company culture and vision. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger. Happy and elated to be one of the creators of this show.
Damali,
what's happening?
How are you doing today?
Man, my allergies got me.
Man, you know, it seemed like the allergies are hitting everybody.
Man, my polar eye just red. I didn't know stuffy. It's just too much.
And y'all, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. You know, I'm gonna tell you something.
What?
The people with allergies make me nervous.
Why?
Because I'm thinking either between monkeypox.
Oh God, here we go. Here we go. Lord help us.
And COVID, especially the ones that be like, you know, I'm like, wait a minute, that's monkeypox. That's not allergy. See,
People that's suffering from allergies, one shout out to y'all. I apologize that
go,
y'all.
tripping.
I'm sorry that y'all are in allergies or whatever going. Y'all in jail right now with your sinuses. Allergy jail. I'm ready for y'all to get out.
Right, we are too.
So, what y'all got to take some Zyrtex?
Man, I've been taking Zyrtec. I got my allergy eye drops. I brought them with me to the show.
And you know what? It don't help how crazy and unpredictable this weather is.
Man, this weather's getting me.
Man, yesterday it was all nice. The sun was up. And then today, it's drizzling a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you know what I done figured out too? I thought in Arkansas we had it bad when we tried to give people directions. Because, we don't say, highway this and highway that. You drive and turn by the chicken coop. You go a little further by First Baptist
Arkansas,
Church.
I ain't said none of that.
No, hold on. I'm saying I'm from Arkansas. I get away with it. But today I was trying to figure out the temperature because I hadn't been outside yet. Y'all got to live in Oklahoma too. So I called Damali. I said, man, I don't know what to put on. What I feel outside. You know what Damali said, y'all? She said, it's one step from being cold. I'm like, okay, now I still don't know. What does one step from being cold?
It's one step from being cold.
What does I don't know what that means. One step, does it mean it's 70, 60 something? What is the one step? I didn't know how to step. Do I go through the back door to step? Then I asked another friend, and I'm like, well, how's it outside? I'm trying to that word. They said it's one bird chirp from being hot. Now, what is a bird chirp? I don't know what that means. So you don't even know either.
No, I don't know what one bird chirp.
Anyway, y'all, hey, we got excited. A lot of people in. We got about 300 secret listeners.
Hey, secret listeners.
Already know about it. We got a lot of people.
Why?
Because we got a special show going on. We got all good stuff. That's what they know. But both into all of that, we would like to thank and appreciate our first responders, our health professionals, our food providers, and all the essential workers for services on the front lines during this time. It's amazing how organizations and churches in the community, while they continue to come together, help us survive this pandemic that don't seem to just want to let us go.
I know, and people keep acting like it's not there, but it's still there.
It's still there.
Of course, because you're still scared of monkeypox and all that, so it's still there.
And I'm telling you right now, and it's kind of like COVID kind of went down. It's just, man, it's like
roller coaster.
It's like the trade. So, man, we don't know what's going on. Let me do some quick shout outs, man. We got Mr. Jeremiah Blackwell. We call him Maestro Sillo, tuning in from Mississippi. Your mom.
Hey, mommy.
My mom, she on. Alicia Walker is on.
Hey, Alicia.
Brenda Berry is on. She said, hey y'all. Gary Lee with the Oklahoma Eagle is in the building.
Hey, other cousin.
And many others. And I'm going to get to y'all. Don't y'all get mad at me. Don't come up to the station. I promise. I'm shouting out everybody today. But we got a loaded show. So we're going to try to get down to it a little bit. Damali.
So before we get started, we want to send out prayers to victims of the stampede. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but there was a stampede that happened on Sunday at the Glorilla concert in New York. One person died, 9 people were hurt. All as a result of false fears of a shooting at the concert.
I know.
So one person can just acting stupid, thinking something funny. And it wasn't funny, and now one person is dead and 9 people are injured.
That's the thing about that one bad apple, man.
Yeah.
Everything's going good, but boy, that one bad apple, boy, they sure can start some stuff. So
that's the tradition of joke gone wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? So prayers to those families and to that individual's family that lost their lives and those who are injured, because that is very unfortunate. We hate to hear that happening here.
Where's the concert at?
In New York.
I mean, what venue?
I don't know. I don't remember what it was. Where I don't know. Don't remember. It didn't resonate with me. So but yeah, New York. Terrible. So terrible. Uganda news.
Hey.
So we want to remind you guys that we are doing a fundraiser for Uganda. It is ongoing. It'll be happening until probably we retire. I'm thinking. I just don't know about that. But so we're doing a fundraiser and we're raising money to help scholarship students into school. So as we've already told you guys, it is $250. That is money for the students to get their backpacks, their school supplies, a uniform, a broom, and it also covers the fees for us to send the money over to Uganda so that they don't have to pay any money in order to get the money. That's kind of weird, right? You have to pay money to get the money.
Hey, you got to pay to play.
Okay.
Hey, you know what's crazy though, Damali? The thing, we've already scholarship about 20 kids.
Yes.
So shout out. Yes. Everybody has money. We're going to come up with something real nice and fancy. We're going to show that. Now, some people want to remain unanimous. they don't want people to know who
Anonymous,
they are anonymous,
yeah.
so they're gonna stay in the back. But for others, we will showcase that because man, we built a bridge.
Yes.
From Tulsa, Oklahoma, USA, over there to Kamuli, Uganda.
Yes.
And man, the blessing it is for them and to see that life just come through. Because here's the ticket, Damali. I tell people it's a little different when you look at what's going on and you see us with the kids.
Correct.
You know, we was over there hanging out. We went to the bush. We went to the village.
Yes.
So shout out to Pastor Caperi and his wife Teddy, and happy birthday to her too.
Yeah.
And man, we gonna keep making it happen. So thank you to everyone.
So just remember that I have an all-white party that's going to be coming up April 1st, which is my actual birthday. So I'm going to be doing a party, and it's going to be called the African Experience. There is what Charles said, the golden ticket.
Hey, man, I'm telling y'all right now, you're gonna know whether or not you Damali's friend, and I don't have nothing to do with it. I don't know if you ever been to one of Damali's party, but just ask anybody that's been to a party, and it's something
experience or the Egyptian experience
to behold.
Yeah.
So it's definitely you're gonna definitely think you and that somewhere. That's for sure. Now, Damali's birthday is on April 1st, so this is not no April Fool's situation.
It is not. I was actually born on April 1st.
You know, you got certain people like this up. They have all the ivory on, they go, and you talk about April Fool. It'd be a fight.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is the deal. So my birthday party this year, for all of you who are lucky enough and fortunate enough to receive a birthday invite, it's going to be a fundraiser for Uganda.
Right.
So we want you to come, have a good time. We're going to have entertainment and all of that, but I want your checkbook.
Hey.
So bring your checkbook with you because we have some kids to scholarship.
Here's the ticket. Think about this, Damali. $250 take care of you for the school year.
The whole year.
So everybody is listening in because the currency exchange difference is one of our dollars is $3,700 in Uganda. $3,700. So now everybody can participate in scholarship in the kid for the year. You see what I'm saying? $3,700. When I went over there, I had $80. You know, because when we first got there, we flew into Kamuli and to Kampala. And then I did the exchange. Man, I gave them $80. I'm like, okay, $380,000 what they gave me back. I said, I'm rich. I'm rich. Somebody get out of my way. I mean, a big stack of money.
Perry is on here.
Uganda's in the building.
Yeah. He said he wish he was here. Pastor Perry, maybe we can work that out. You got 2 weeks.
What do they call the money over there?
Shillings.
Shillings.
Yeah, shillings.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm telling you, Pastor Caperi is on. He's one of the most amazing young men I've ever met, man.
Yeah.
You go to the village. When we was there, now we getting ready for our spring break camp. We might have 75 or 100 kids.
Man.
We went over there to Uganda it's always spring or summer over there. We come around the corner, it's 600 kids.
Yes. I'm like,
and look, and they dancing when you come in.
Right.
There's no lack of energy.
Right.
But to have a church that a lot of the donation that we sent over put a roof on it and put doors and put windows in, and then to have the community center where the kids can come in.
Yes.
Man, it's beautiful. So Pastor Caperi, shout out to you because I know it's about 11 o'clock at night over there. So we appreciate you for tuning in.
All right. Resolution check-in. I wanted to do it today, last time. Because Dr. Furdu is here, so I want him to witness this for himself. JB.
Oh man. That don't even sound good coming in.
I haven't had pork chops this week.
What?
I have not had pork chops this week.
Good job, JB. Yes.
Give yourself a round of applause.
Yes. Good job.
There you go. That's the breaking news.
Okay, so what else have you done? Have you been pretty good thus far?
I went and spent some time with my daughter this morning, seeing her off to school.
Yes.
Had breakfast with her this morning. So
good job.
Yeah, did that today. So that made me really feel good to see her.
Yeah.
My youngest daughter, she's 14. She doesn't live with me, so we don't see each other
like
as often as we should, but it felt good to be able to wake up with her this morning.
Oh, that's nice. Good job, JB. I'm proud of you this week.
So we're working on the resolutions, baby.
Look, Dr. Furdu, he knew you was coming this week, and he didn't want to be here late.
Yes, I'm on gas.
And JB was running down the highway from Pork Chop. Now, you told me, you promised me you were going to eat me, and JB, I did not say that. Right. I do not know you.
Y'all know how me and Pork Chops do, man. Right. That's a love, man.
Hey, I'll say for me, because my thing was getting to church on time. I got to church on time.
Okay.
That's number one. This morning I was up at 5:30 praying for the family.
Yes.
That's
good
2.
Job.
I've been going to the gym for about 3 weeks strong.
Yes.
So what they say, 45% of people fall off in the first 2 months.
Yes.
I'm not part.
You're not part
of that 45%. I'm yet still holding on. What about you, Damali? You holding on?
I actually am still holding on too. I actually had lunch with my brother and mother on Monday.
That's family time.
And we went to Pryor. My brother's a truck driver. He drove buses and drives trucks, so he knows all the little hole in the wall and all the dives to eat at. My brother ate at them.
He know where they at?
All up and down the highway. So he took us to Pryor and we had lunch. And then, rode back and just had family conversation and family time.
Right.
I see y'all went to a barbecue spot, though.
Yeah.
I seen some pictures.
Yeah.
Was that barbecue good? I've never been to that place.
I'm surprised that you don't know about it because you
know
don't around the road.
I just ain't never just pulled over.
Oh, okay.
JB, man, you need to pull up. Because you know what?
Yo, the place looked good, bro.
It was good. And they give you way too much food. Dr. Furter, you probably need to talk to them. Because they give you too much food. It's way too much.
Well, if they gave y'all way too much, you didn't bring nothing back.
Can we get him a shout out?
No, because I told them I wanted the small baby portion.
You took the baby portion
I did because I'm trying to
New Year's resolution.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, what else you do with the other stuff? You still so you did go with the family stuff. So how you doing
with the family stuff? I'm going to church like I'm supposed to.
Okay.
Been trying to exercise a little bit. Been going to my exercise class. Me and Jolie been in our belly dancing class, so that's been working out.
That seemed like a whole different mission to me, but I ain't worried about it. No, I ain't gonna think that's right. Play the
mind your business.
I don't know. It's certain people when they get together, I get nervous. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, I'll let y'all do what y'all doing. Huh?
You know what? And I also wanted to say, we all have done a really good job because we went and actually had birthday cake with Gloria. And, you guys have heard us talking about we're praying for her. She actually had a stroke. It was our IT person, and she's in the hospital. So her birthday was on Monday, and we all went up and took her cake and balloons and sit up there with her for a couple hours. So that's family too. So we're all doing good.
Nico Shepherd just tuned in. Nico Shepherd, where you live? Do you live in Baltimore, Maryland? I think she's on the East Coast. Hey, let me know where you're tuning in from.
Yeah. So anyway, sounds like everybody's doing good.
Hey, let's get it going on. Hey, y'all start sharing this right now because we finna start getting to the good stuff. Damali.
Yes.
The Black History Trivia.
Yes, here we go. The Black History JB, you done lost every week.
Dr. Furter don't start praying. That's how you know. I'm hitting 4 for 4. Look, he just, Lord, I welcome you into this place.
You are 4 for 4.
Kbob.
I gotta say, Charles has been on it. Hey. Okay, here we go. Black History Trivia question. Who was the first Black actress to win a Primetime Lead Actress Emmy Award? Was it A, Viola Davis, B, Lena Horne, C, Cicely Tyson, or D, Diane Carroll?
Golly.
You mean Whitney Houston wasn't on there? No Oprah Winfrey, nothing?
No.
That was just going to make it more confusing.
Okay.
What you got, Charles?
Yeah, I'm not going first. You go first. Because when we come back, when we get into the medical report, then Dr. Freddy got to come in with his.
Yes.
What's the choices again?
Okay, here we go. I'm going to read the question one more time. Who was the first Black actress to win a Primetime Lead Actress Emmy Award? Was it A, Viola Davis?
I'll tell you right now, Cicely Tyson.
Cicely Tyson. That's what I'm going with.
Okay, but don't say Cicely.
I'm going to go with that.
You didn't even let me finish the question.
I heard you. I mean, I was looking at the choices.
So I'm going with C. I'm going to tell you why I'm going for her.
You going with C?
Anybody? You remember in that movie when she was
Miss Jane Pittman?
Miss Jane Pittman.
That's my favorite movie of all time. I love the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman.
That one?
I love that movie, and it's so sad. I just love it.
That's not why I went for it.
Oh, why?
The movie when she was Denzel Washington's mom in that big mansion. When she grandma?
That was
what was the movie?
Gangster.
You're thinking about American Gangster.
American Gangster.
Yes.
Every role she's played, man, she's been iconic, historic.
Man, yes.
And she just gives it her all.
She gave it to me because everybody was fussing and stuff. It's like 100 people out there, and she went silence.
She sure did.
She shook when them old people shake. I was like, oh man, I got quiet. I'm like, man, wait, I'm not even on the movie.
You're right.
I'm going with Cicely Tyson. Hey,
okay,
who y'all
so we
got?
See who y'all got. Who y'all got?
Okay, run them down for the people that didn't hear you.
Okay, last time. Black History Trivia question. Who was the first Black actress to win a Primetime Lead Actress Emmy Award? Was it A, Viola Davis, B, Lena Horne, C, Cicely Tyson, or D, for Diane Carroll?
I don't know, Charles. How to get away with murder? She's been busy.
I know. Hey, Nico, just real quick, she's tuning in from Philadelphia. Okay. Yay, she's in the building.
Jeremiah
Get it, Barnett.
says Diane Carroll.
Diane Carroll? Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see at the end of the show.
Let's go.
All right, so we want to send out congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Charles Marshall.
Yes, indeed.
Round of applause.
Yes, for those of you who know Crystal Smith, a.k.a. comedian CC, She got married on Friday at the 36th Street North Event Center. A beautiful, beautiful event. They had a great time. So we want to just give her a shout out and just say congratulations from the squad.
Quick shout out to Gary Barnett. We call
You want to see a comedian get serious? See her on her wedding day.
Okay, right? That part.
Down to it, but
not playing
ain't no jokes on that
she
day.
was not joking.
Yeah, man.
It was real.
It looked amazing though.
Yeah, they had a great time. Black History Saturday was a total success. Yes.
Man.
That took place also on Saturday, and so we're thankful for everyone who attended. There's still space for children to attend.
Right.
So, we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. But thank you to everybody who participated.
I know, and I still smoke with some of the shrimp and grits out. I mean, I was motivated about the Black History of that part too, but them shrimp and grits kind of
that's why you brought the food up
a little
first.
bit.
See, there y'all go.
Had to throw that in there. For y'all that's missing it, we have a chef in there.
That was not in the resolution.
And he preparing the real stuff, man. I'm talking about some really, really good stuff. So shout out to Chef Hayes for sure.
Yeah, it does a great job. All right, so guys, you know what today is?
You know what time it is right now. You know the second Wednesday of every month.
Yeah, go ahead and hit him, Doc.
Let's do it.
Chilling on the corner in my 6th fault. Hypertension and stress. I don't need no more. 1, 2, 3 into the fault. The doctor's at the door, ready to make an entrance. The doctor's in. Doctor, please help us save the world. Oh, yeah, it's time for the medical report with Dr. Andre Fredu right here, right now, with Charles and Damali on Row 1 Developments News You Can Use. What's up, Doc?
I love it.
Man, that drop is so good. It's hard to get out of it. You get caught up. You done took it back to the 80s, take it to the 90s, and
right.
The only thing I was thinking about was when we did that. Was that first time I got in trouble?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jolie.
Yeah, you did.
She was like, "You gotta get my man something better than that."
Way better than that. That ain't it. We from LA, baby. When we from LA, you think it was different. So I think I hit a home run.
Got a winner.
Fredu, he's live in the building. He did not send a representative. He did not send his secretarial assistants. He is here live. And I know it's been a busy week for everybody.
Yes.
So we appreciate him even more for being here. Doc, how you feeling today?
I'm doing well.
Yes.
That drop every time just brings a huge smile on my face and takes me back to the day when I used to cruise when I was in LA. So,
okay.
Yeah, y'all can't see under the table. I know he's a doctor, but you know that little sea walk thing? He only do it twice. He do 2 miles on the set. Like, I'm going to stop right there on the set. I'm going to stop right there. First, I want you to get in what you're going to do for the Black History Trivia.
You know what? I'm going to go with Diane Carroll because I believe the Emmys, you said daytime Emmys. I believe a lot of those tend to be daytime soap operas, and I know Diane Carroll was very prominent. I think it was on maybe it was Young and the Restless. Maybe
she was on something. Yeah, I remember.
I know it's not Lena Horne because I think that predates Lena Horne. I don't believe it's Viola Davis.
I thought Diane Carroll was a news anchor.
No,
she played in.
No.
So I'm gonna go with D.
Okay,
but
he's gonna go with D. We'll see.
But it's a guess.
Let's do this. Can I do this real quick? Because we live, Pastor Kaparian, when he's there, that means he's live with probably, 20 or 30 people might be sitting with him. But Dr. Fredu got on the Uganda bracelet on.
Yeah, he does.
Put that up to the camera.
Yes,
let him see it.
That's right.
Just in case, Pastor Kaparian, you think that you got to put the camera. Is it on Dr. Fredu? It's on us.
No, it's a delay.
There it is. It's a delay.
Yes, indeed.
You see that, Pastor Capri? So just let you know it's real. Dr. Fredu, he's one of the best in the business, and hey, it's love all the way around. And
absolutely.
Can't wait for the things that we have in store.
Yes.
From over there in Uganda.
Absolutely.
Damali, what we gonna do? What we gonna talk about today?
So today we're gonna talk about mental and physical health and how important that is. And then I wanted to focus a little bit about sleep.
Okay.
Because so Dr. Fredu, I'm going to tell you, have you ever been in a meeting with someone and then all of a sudden they just bust out and say, wait a minute, how many more hours I got to sleep? Because we got a meeting in the morning at so-and-so. I got to go. That would be Charles Harper.
Oh yeah, I count my hours of sleep.
I
don't know what's wrong with that. We
just all of a sudden we'll be doing something, working, and it's late, and he'll be like, "Hold on, we got a meeting at what time? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9," and he'll just start counting his sleep. I'm like, dude, we gotta finish this.
Well, listen, he's not wrong because
you're right. Yeah.
Sleep is vitally important in recovery. Mm-hmm. So we go through our day and With that, where there is all types of different physical and mental stressors that are placed upon us.
Sure.
When you're sleeping, your body is at its metabolic lowest level. So that is when healing most occurs. And people who do not sleep well typically do not heal well. People who don't sleep well typically are not as mentally sharp. Now, there's some individuals that they say, well, I can work on 4 hours of sleep or 6 hours of sleep. And in my profession, I've had to do that for, probably close to 20 to 25 years. Right. But I'm pretty sure my wife would tell you that, I'm not quite as sharp as I would be if I would get more sound. So sleep is incredibly important.
So that Snickers bar, the commercial.
Man,
not just right. So I found a study that says sleep affects almost every tissue in our body.
Yes.
It affects growth and stress hormones, our immune system, appetite, breathing, blood pressure, and cardiovascular health. And that research also shows that the lack of sleep increases the obesity. I did not know that. Obesity, heart disease, I didn't know, and infection. Obesity. I don't.
Well, listen, again, when your body is at rest, it allows your body to reset.
Sure.
Okay. So people who don't sleep well typically have a higher metabolic rate. Mm-hmm. And if you have a high metabolic rate, we've all been in a car that idles too high.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
And a car that idles too low. Mm-hmm. Cars that idle too high, sometimes they'll shut off on you on the highway. Cars that idle too high don't shut off on the highway, but what they would do is they'll burn up your gas, burn up your oil, burn up your belts.
Right.
While cars that tend to idle too low they'll shut off on you. So when your metabolic rate is at a higher level, your body is not as efficient. Mm-hmm. And so when it comes to kind of breaking down foods and how your heart rhythms are, your brain rhythms, they're not as in sync as when you're sleeping better.
Hey, and let's do this, Damali, because I'm not hold that point, because Damali be having it together. She be doing her research, but I forgot we got so many new people on here, and they like, man, can you tell me a little bit about Dr. Ferdo? I'm like, well, so give them a little snippet. Uganda said, hey, it's love all of these. It's a lot of new people on, so give them a little bit.
All right, so I'm Dr. Antu, originally from Los Angeles. Most important thing about me is I'm a Christian. God-centered, God-filled. Second most important part about me is that I have a beautiful wife. Her name is Jolie. Mm-hmm. And I've got 3 beautiful children, Alexandra, Kenan, and Kason. The third hat that I wear, I'm a neurologist. I'm the medical director of the neuroscience program at Hillcrest Medical Center. So I've been in town for closing in on 8 years. And so it's been a fantastic time. I never thought that I would live in Oklahoma, coming from Los Angeles. Right. But I would have to say the last 8 years that I've been here probably been the most enjoyable 8 years that I've had. So that's awesome. I love the community. I'm very Afrocentric, so to speak. I love all people, but I want to make sure that my people are being taken care of and have the things that they need to be successful.
That part. I love
Can we drop one of Clues Bombs with Dr. Ferdo?
Hey, I'm gonna do a quick shout out just to say, okay, you got Maestro, and then everybody that said Dynasty. So I guess that's something what JB had asked. All of a sudden, Ernest Lynch, welcome to the show, man. That's my partner right there. He said, I do the same. I have to get my 7 hours of sleep. So hey, me and you the same
7. Yep.
She got 7, yeah. And that's kind of where I am. If I can sleep from 11:30 to like 6:30 or 7, that's my good spot. Miss Ernestine Broom, which is fitting back in. Royalties in here. Pastor Stephen Capera said, I sleep for 5 hours. 5 hours. Is that enough?
Well, listen, it may be enough for him. And the fact is that, he has so many things on his agenda. Mm-hmm. One of the things that tends to wake me up is the fact that, once my mind starts going and thinking about my day, I can't go back to sleep.
That's me.
And so, that's a challenge that we all have to live with. But, the key to getting good sleep is being in a good sleep environment. You have people that listen to the radio and they've got the TV on and they've got all of these other, distractions on. If a good sleep environment is dark, it's, it typically is warmer, it's comfortable. There's not a whole lot of noise and lights and a variety of other things that are going on, because those things can definitely adversely affect your ability to get into deep sleep, which is where really where the restorative properties are.
I'm gonna say this to my and now all y'all tuning in, y'all can ask the doc question. Shout out to Raquel Moore, she just tuned in, because me and the be having all our stuff, but this is a family affair. We at grandma's table, so if you have a question for the doctor, put it on the live. We'll ask him right here live. Doc, I got two things. One thing, my concern is, you know how you're supposed to work for so long till you get 50, 60, 65, 62, whatever it is. Yeah. And it was disturbing that one of my friends, I won't say their name, they tried to get their life insurance policy. And they own like 44, 45. And they had high blood pressure. And they said because you're at risk for a stroke or a heart attack, they denied it. Wow. I'm gonna tell you why I thought about that, because this is one of the sharpest people I know. They're young, but when I think about generational wealth, is what I'm trying to tie it to. When you can't even get life insurance at 45, right? That means that legacy and trying to leave that behind is gone. When I'm just saying this, and then you have other race that'll live to get 80. It might have 5-10 million worth of life insurance. How does that resonate with you when you just hear something like that? Because it just kind of disturbed me hearing it, because I'm like, man, a lot from her is going to be taken. So now, instead of the house being paid for and the cars and leaving something, I can't get a life insurance at 45.
Well, it's disturbing. The challenge that we as African Americans have is long-standing, and I don't have enough time to talk about all of it. But because of the challenges that we've had in our 400 plus years here, there are stressors that are placed upon us that others don't experience. So, including hypertension, including diabetes. The system is the system. Right. Now, we have to find ways to work within the system. So for that individual, I would then be looking at, okay, well, you may deny me right now, but what things can I do to get my blood pressure under the best control possible to make me a better candidate for maybe another insurance company? Right. But insurance companies do not necessarily make their money on being generous per se. They're going to look at their actualities and make sure that, hey, this individual, they want to make sure that we're going to live a long life and they're not going to pay out early. But that burden is placed upon us to make sure that we are both physically and spiritually and mentally strong. Right. So, and whatever that means, obesity runs rampant in our communities. We need to be better. Hypertension runs rampant in our community. We need to be better. Right. Diabetes runs rampant in our community. We need to be better. Yeah. So, we have to take some of that burden. But at the same time, if we know what the landscape is, we have to learn how to play the game.
Right. Damali, I'm gonna let you get to the last question before we go to break.
So I just wanted to, according to this research that I pulled, just wanted to list some benefits. I think that Doc hit on some of these. It can boost your immune system. These are benefits of getting a full night's sleep. Now, as Doc said, they could be whatever number is good for you. Right. At least how many hours?
Yes. You know what? I think that when individuals are sleeping at least a minimum of 6 hours, but the key to sleep is the restorative element of sleep is the deep sleep. Yes. So when you start off sleeping, your first couple of hours, you have more of what we call non-REM sleep. That is more shallow. That's when, you hear something outside and you wake up. Right. As you get into deeper phases of sleep, which is called REM sleep, that's when you're deeply sedated, where that's when if something is going on outside, you likely don't hear it. Right. So we need to get into REM sleep. And it helps. The more physically fit you are, the easier it is to sleep. People that are obese, who have obstructive sleep apnea and a variety of other things, it's hard for them to sleep because it's almost like they feel like they're underwater. And so they have shortness of breath. They wake up numerous times throughout the night. They don't have that deep restorative sleep. So, again, your physical health and your mental health will play a role in how well you're able to sleep.
Yes. So one of the things that research shows is that adequate sleep helps to improve memory and learning. It increases attention and creativity, and it aids in making decisions. So, I think that, Charles, I got to give it to him. Sometimes
my doctor came through for me. I told him, see, you didn't know I used to hang out in California and all that kind of stuff.
Here we go. We don't have to hear this, JB.
We talking about mental and physical. In this next segment, and Dr. Perdue is staying here because people want to know your name. They're giving you applause. It's all on the live. Right. But we're going to talk a little bit about that physical thing a little bit. We got the Karate Man in the building with us. We're going to talk about partnerships and some of that. So y'all stay locked in. We got another special guest. We're going to get back with him. Mr. Brian, he got 2 first names. This is news you can use right here on Kbob 89.9 FM. And simulcast on the news you can use me to never. Powered by World One Development. We'll be right back, y'all.
I'm going to practice my wax on, wax off.
Okay.
If I can't get my skills back, we'll be right back, y'all. It's news you can use.
is a youth and family fun center located at 5424 North Madison Avenue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. At EduRec, we offer a host of activities for children and families of the Tulsa community at little to no cost. To find out about the many programs, activities, and services offered at EduRec, please visit our website, www.edurectulsa.com, or just give us a call at 918-430-3947.
Is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
And now back to News You Can Use with Charles and Damali on KBOB 89.9.
Man, Damali, didn't he get down through there?
Absolutely. So now I'm not going to bother you when you start counting your sleep.
Let me count my stuff up. Dr. Andre Perdue, Raquel Moore, I saw your question.
Yes.
That's ANDREFREDIEU. Dr. Andre Perdue. We'll throw that in there. Zonda Hall, that's my cousin. Just tuning in from Arkansas. Welcome to the show. Yeah, Doc be giving us stuff we can use because here's the ticket. Health is wealth.
Yes.
You know, and all these little tips, man, can make a huge difference in you and your life every day. And that's why we do the medical report. But Damali?
Yes.
We did say, we said just the mental part.
Yes.
But we also talk about physical health.
Yes.
So I thought it wasn't nothing better than to bring in our friend that we've been partners with for about 10 years or before Jesus got here.
Yeah. Right. Before the Lord showed his face.
Before the Lord showed his face. We in here live with none other than Mr. Brian.
Yes. How are you?
Yes, sir. Very good. I'm excited about being here with you guys.
Yes.
You know,
glad you're
it's
here.
been a while.
I know.
It's been a little
I
bit.
know. And of course, we love what World One's doing and
Yes.
what EduRec's doing. And
Yes.
you know, we have always been part of that in some form, fashion. So,
Yes.
Yes, it's been really good. So
Yes.
I'm excited about being here. Thanks for having me.
And Damali, you talk about it all the time.
Uh-huh.
Partnership.
Yes.
And man, when we opened EduRec, man, we just had this building trying to figure out what we was going to be doing with activities. The first program we had is we started with the karate class.
Yes.
And we met with Brian. He said, man, look, I'm about blessing people and helping people.
Yes.
And now it's going on 10 years next month that we've been partnering with our after school programs, spring break camps, summer camps, back to school, whatever we have going on, we can call on him. So what makes this even fitting, Damali and I went to Uganda.
Yes.
And of course, Uganda is on the line. And when we was able to follow up with Brian and we went to IHOP and he told me, Charles, man, I just got back from Uganda. I said, you better
shut up and
you see
keep
how
on
smart I
talking.
was? I'm like, what are you doing? So for all these people listening in from all over, tell them a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you're doing.
Okay. Of course, my name's Brian.
Two first names.
Yeah, but you call me Brian. I normally tell people I'm from New York, but it's not true. Okay. But anyway, no, I'm with the Combat Team Ministries.
Yes.
We travel around the world doing karate and sharing the gospel.
Yes.
And then we also set up ministries, karate ministries. And you say, well, how do you use karate and share Christ? And well, if you know anything about karate, it's not about hurting people. It's not Cobra Kai. It's not that. It's about treating others the way you want to be treated.
Right.
About discipline, respect, honor, humility.
Yes.
All those things. Well, who's that sound like?
Yeah.
Sounds like Jesus to me.
There you go.
So you're developing, and when you're developing somebody, or you're developing the karate in somebody, you're developing all those characters, which tie in real well with using. You know, what we do is we start a karate program in a place that community that would need something like that, and all over the world. Like I said, we're in Uganda, we're in there's over 1.5 million Sudan refugees,
Right.
and there's that camp
Right,
in Uganda,
Right.
and there's a BB camp, Mvepe and Rhino camp, and we just started programs in each one of those camps
Yes.
because we want to see the kids, and
Right.
we call kids. There, they call kids different than what they call kids here.
Right.
We're
Right.
thinking youth. You're talking here 11 to 15. There, they're talking like 11 to 30.
30.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
different.
They have nothing to do.
Yes.
Unemployment over there,
Yeah.
It's rampant.
and that's all over. I'm just
Right.
not saying. We're in Belize, we're in Lebanon, not Lebanon, Missouri, by the way. That's Lebanon, Middle East, because I
Right.
get that too. I go, oh, you're in Lebanon, Missouri. What are you going there for? Well, they
Right.
need Christ.
Right.
but
Yeah.
We're in Lebanon too. So
Yes.
we've got it all over, and we've been doing this for about 25 years. God called me he said, I want you to go around the world doing karate and sharing the gospel. And I'm like, okay, how are we going to do it? He sent me from Missouri to Tulsa, went to school, Victory VBI,
Uh-huh.
a
Right.
couple of years, and then God started opening all these doors all over the world. And so I'm basically an evangelist, so I travel doing evangelism.
Yeah.
And then God said, I want you to start setting roots down. I said, roots? What do you mean roots? And he
Right.
says, well, start opening your programs in. And what we do is we come alongside other ministries. We don't
Right.
try to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
What we
Yeah.
do, we just use it as we come alongside a church or an orphanage or whatever ministry would like to have us, and then we become their outreach.
Yes.
Because you can set up and do a karate demonstration. I can go out in the corner here and break a couple pieces of wood, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
people will go,
Hey, what's that? How did you do
Cool.
that? Yeah. Yeah.
And so we start doing the karate. And then what we do is we weave a Christ message inside the demonstration,
Right.
and then we give them an opportunity to come to Christ.
Yeah.
Then we start setting up programs all over the world, and then we teach not only programs, so they're getting mind, body, which we're talking
Right.
about. Those are very important.
Right.
And then they get the spiritual. We're a three-part being, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got to have all three parts taken care of. If we don't take care of all three parts, it will affect the other two parts.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
Whether it's mind, body, spirit, it will affect the other two parts.
Right.
So we got to take care of that. And whose responsibility is that?
Mm-hmm.
It's on us.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't take care of it, it's
Yeah.
like your New Year's resolution. If
Yeah.
you don't take care of it, it's going to catch you sometime.
That's right.
And so what we do is we use that. And a lot of Christians and a lot of people get off on, like, well, I'm taking care of the spiritual part, but I'm kind of leaning on the sleep. And
Yeah.
Well, that's going to affect
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Everything
the
else.
whole body.
Yeah.
And so what we're doing is we're looking at taking care of the whole body,
Yes.
mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah.
And so it's just an avenue. It's just a tool to get in and share the gospel. And it's a good, we build the mind and the body, and then we take care of the spirit with discipleship.
That's awesome.
And so it opens that up. Plus it gives those kids something different,
Mhm.
Right.
It teaches them character and honesty and it teaches them discipline and respect, and it teaches them how to achieve goals.
Right. Yes.
I'm gonna tell you what I like about Ryan. Or actually what I love about him is you can grab him, Doc. You can grab him. It can be 1,000 people, 50. It don't matter. You put him in there, you can let him go.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he instantly can connect with the kids, the elders, and all of that. And whatever you got going on, he makes it better.
Right.
And that's one of the number one things I liked about it. And also, I've never felt so safe. Me and Damali met them at IHOP. And, now here's the ticket. Now we thinking we gonna be him and maybe one or two, maybe him and his wife. We go in there and there's 40 people. That's all karate in their suits. I'm like, I've never felt so comfortable.
Leave my suit sitting right there.
I'm leaving everything out today.
Somebody try to take that.
So a big part of why we did this today is for our summer camp that will be the full month of June.
Yes.
We're going to be looking at getting some karate back going on, and that'll be a good entry level, whether it's kids, youth, adults, whoever want to come out. We'll have them for a whole month getting that going. But the goal is to, if you're listening in, is to find someone in the community that has a heart to do this kind of work that they can train up. And then he'll work hand in hand with them and along with the program to make it something that you can keep and have here in North Tulsa.
Yeah. And so, Brian, let me, so when we're talking about just what Charles just said, you're looking for somebody in the community. Do they have to know karate?
Excuse me.
No,
No. No, you're
Yeah.
saying no. You're not excusing me.
No.
No. Here's the deal. What we do, and this is how we do it all over the world. We don't care if you have any karate experience. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't care if you have any karate experience or not.
Right.
We'll teach you.
Right.
And then what we do is we'll go in and I'm always looking for somebody that's committed, because in order to do this, you got to be committed.
Yes.
It's in anything you do. If
Yeah.
you're not going to be committed, then what's the point?
Yeah. Why waste time?
And so what we do is we go in, I ask the Lord, okay, Father, you're going to have to bring me somebody that is going to be committed. And if they're committed, I'm going to be committed to them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to teach them. And what we normally do is we teach them, like, for instance, I've got another church here in North Tulsa we're working with that we're going to help
Right.
start another karate program.
Right.
And I'm working with their youth pastor online every week.
There you
Even
go.
though I'm in
Wow,
Missouri, I'm still can teach online.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do a big outreach in May 31st.
Mm.
So, and then we're going to start the program. So
Right.
it's the same thing. So what we're trying to do, and then what we're doing is working with them ahead of time. And then we allow them to come in and teach, even though they're not a black belt,
Right.
but they're up in belts, but they're ahead of the class.
Yes.
So
Gotcha.
we're still working
Gotcha.
with them, and they're working with the class, and we
Mhm.
teach them how to teach, and we teach them, they get their belts and they get their certificates. And the cool thing about it is, they say 1 in 10,000 people that start the martial arts
Mm-hmm. Talking about JB.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
JB.
make it to black
Yeah,
belt.
because I pointed out earlier
Yeah,
that
he's-
I started
he was
as a
Kung Fu
kid at Taekwondo when I was like, I'm gonna say 9 years old.
Right. And what happened?
And I just kind of seem to have forgotten what I was
Yeah.
taught.
Well, I'm going to teach you. We'll go out. My car still needs that wash on. Wash
Wax on, wax off.
So,
And see, I done realized something too, bro. See, JB is light on his feet. I didn't understand why he was flow. You see how he
Yeah.
floated? He's
Yeah.
a big man, but he moved.
Yeah, he can. I think it came from the martial arts. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm down for whatever.
No, but it just, so the whole point of it is we want to find people that are committed in their own community, because here's the
Right.
deal. If you're committed in your own community, you're going to go out and you have a vested interest.
That's right.
It's kind of like going to Africa and you come back and you go, okay, well, I did my thing over in Africa and I'm done there. I come back and nothing's being done.
Mhm.
Right.
So if they're committed, we want to come alongside them.
Right.
And that was the whole point in all setting up in Belize and Africa and Lebanon, is we want someone to come alongside with, and then we're going to take them the rest, and then they're going to have their own ministry to continue on.
That's right. That's
And
right.
that's the important part.
That's it.
Yes.
And here's the beauty of partnership. When I look, Uncle Bobby, Eden Media Services, that's a partnership with us 7 years. Brian, that's a 10-year partnership. Me and us and the doc, we going on a couple years. Us and JB Smooth going on 5. So this is 5 partnerships right here,
Right,
y'all,
right.
that y'all looking at in the radio station. And we all, imagine we touch thousands and thousands and thousands of people every day.
Yeah.
So getting together makes it good when you're at grandma's table. You
Absolutely.
can't chop the table. One, I think it's gonna break.
I'm-
2, it's the vibration.
It's wood. It's wood.
Yes.
They text me. They said, Charles, I feel the power. I said, I'm just playing. You gonna hang around with us? The
Absolutely.
doc is still here. We got the Hump Day Hot Topics coming up next. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it flowing. This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and Sonicast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. We'll be right back, y'all.
Stick around to find out who was the first black actress to win a primetime Emmy right here on News You Can Use.
EduRec is a youth and family fun center located at 5424 North Madison Avenue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. At EduRec, we offer a host of activities for children and families of the Tulsa community at little to no cost. To find out about the many programs, activities, and services offered at EduRec, please visit our website, www.edurectulsa.com, or just give us a call at 918-430-3947.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive. Reach your community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chillin'.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, the all new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
Hey, guess what day it is?
Hump day!
Hump Day! It's Hump Day! Hey, Mike!
It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on news you can use.
Mike. Okay, hot topic.
When you had them two drops go back to back,
I know, right?
The medical report did
I
that.
know, right?
Hey, you can't mess with that man, Brian. Didn't he lay it down?
Yeah.
He laid it down.
So we need to get it together.
Okay. Country, the guy JB like that. I don't know if we go Lebanon or we going over. So okay, we got it. I think we back. Hump Day Hot Topics. What we got going?
Day hot topic number 1. A black-owned bookstore has expanded to Tulsa International Airport. Fulton Bookstore opened its first secondary location since opening its original location in North Tulsa in 2020.
Wow.
They opened up an airport kiosk at Tulsa International Airport. Our friend Onika Asamoah Caesar is the owner and founder of the bookstore. That bookstore is going to be open from 7 o'clock a.m. until 7 o'clock p.m. right there on the concourse.
Hey, let me tell you
That
what.
is so cool to see.
Ain't that cool?
Her make it to the airport.
Yeah.
Because it's tough to get in the airport.
Yes, it is.
Not a lot of space.
Tulsa International always needs new businesses in there.
Sure.
What
She's
made
cool.
what made Atlanta the mega powerhouse that it is
Yeah.
is they own most of the airport. And think about Atlanta's airport. We all been there, and I was like, and I didn't even realize that till I met a guy. He said, "Oh yeah, I own 130 of the thing." I'm like, ooh.
What?
Wow.
So a lot of that was it kicked off from the airport.
Wow.
So that's kind of what my thought is when I see that. But shout out to Anika.
Super dope.
Wonderful.
Yes. All right. Hot topic number 2.
What you got, Damali?
Medical tourism gone wrong.
Yeah, I saw that.
Man, this is so sad to me because I understand that this is a growing business and people are actually doing this here in the United States. But 5 American tourists went over to Mexico. One of the individuals was actually going over to get a tummy tuck. That was the whole purpose of her going, and she had 4 other guys going with her. One of them was her brother.
Right.
They actually got into the middle of a rival gang war, a shootout, and 2 of the individuals were actually murdered right there in front of this young lady and the other 3 guys.
Right.
2 guys, rather. Just a sad situation. So they're doing it. They're all their investigations and all of that, trying to figure out what's going on. But then as I'm reading the story, I just didn't realize that so many people were actually going to other countries to have these medical procedures done.
Yeah.
Can we let Doc, can you weigh in on that just a little bit?
Listen, the challenge is that when you go to another country, you don't know much about the individuals that are practicing medicine other than the fact that, they may say that they have a diploma from X university. You don't know that. Is that truthful?
Yeah.
You don't know the politics.
Mm-hmm.
We take a lot of things for granted in our hospitals, and from the fact that, we have sterile technique and we have FDA approval and a variety of other things.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to another country, you don't know what their landscape is.
Right.
And so even though, I know she was going to get a tummy tuck, and maybe a tummy tuck here might be $5,000 and maybe it's $1,000 there or $2,000, and I don't know what it is.
Right.
You know what? There is something to be said about knowing the value of what you are getting here
Right.
as opposed to going someplace else.
Sure.
And so, this is hit the news, but it happens more times than not. You go to another country and the procedure doesn't go well. And then it's a matter of, okay, that doesn't reach the news, but now sometimes you've been scarred. Sometimes you have been, you put yourself in a situation where you have, infection and a variety of other things. So we need to be really conscientious about the fact that, sometimes we live in an instantaneous gratification type of society. Sometimes if you want to have something that done, you just have to plan for it. You have to save for it. You have to go a little bit longer, but at least you then know that you're getting what you're paying for.
Absolutely. So listen, I found this statistic that really I just had no idea. Medical tourism, that in 2007 there were fewer than 800,000 of them. Fewer than 800,000 as of 2017. So of course it's more have happened since then. Over 1 million people have been going to other countries to have medical procedures done. And those procedures range from dental care to surgery to cosmetic surgery to fertility treatments, organ and tissue transplants, and cancer treatments.
People usually go overseas to different places because they believed in the water. They just they go for so many different things.
Well, this is just such an unfortunate,
Mexico is double jeopardy because you got the cartels and you got the illegal doctors.
Right. Yeah.
I got an idea for the people that want to go to other countries and scope their bodies. Just get with Brian in one of his locations. Do karate, hold that stand, run with him.
No worries.
And listen, again, that's one of the problems that we have is that we instantaneous gratification.
We don't want to work for it.
Exactly. So instead of, hey, you know what, I may be 20 pounds overweight. It's a whole lot easier to think, well, if I spend $5,000 on this procedure, I might be sore for a month or so. But you know what? I'm going to get rid of 15 pounds or 18 pounds, as opposed to saying, okay, it may take me a year to lose 20.
Correct.
But you're going to keep the 20 off because you built certain foundational exercise programs and how
they just don't want to eat salad. They don't want to eat salad.
Well,
or you don't come back from those.
Right.
There's people that die over there too. I do know I do know somebody that has died going over for a tummy tuck. And another thing, when I travel quite a bit. I travel about 6-7 times out of the country every year. So when I travel, I buy the insurance when I travel, the medical insurance, because I don't want somebody over in another country that I don't know, that operating on me, moving on me, and because here's the deal, I'll have them life flight me home, before that happens, because it's just common sense. I mean, it does. There's a lot of things that are medical. We take, like you said, take for granted, but it is not like that other places. And you, like he said, you don't know who you get.
Listen, the United States is the most technologically advanced country in the world when it comes to medicine. Now, you can say a lot of things about different things that are going over in Europe, but you know what? If you look at what we've accomplished and what our standards are, what our outcomes are, morbidity, mortality versus any place else in the world, I would take us hands down.
And I'll say my final question. One quick shout out, because I don't want to forget about the listeners. Kim Hamilton was like, so not worth it. I agree with that, Kim. And then Miss Hilda Sanders, welcome to the show. Miss Hilda Sanders, she said great information. Here's the thing, Doc. You my primary. I go get something like that done, and I'm all messed up, and I got to come back to you. What's going on now? Is it the hospital like, no, we can't touch you?
Well, listen, you know what? Typically in situations like that, we manage the condition that's in front of us. But we also have to temper the expectation, because sometimes people think, well, I'll just go to my doctor and they'll fix it. Sometimes there are things that we just can't fix. And so, you know what? We will do what we can to try to sustain life and improve quality of life. But sometimes patients are hurt. They're injured because of some of these types of medical procedures that have been done, and there's not a lot we can do. So that's why it's better, plan out, if you feel you need a procedure, plan it out. Give yourself 8 months, 10 months, 12 months, and say, look, this is what the dollar amount is. This is what I need to do physically to put myself in the right position. This is what I need to do mentally to put myself in the right position. And you always got to be right spiritually.
Man, we got people from all around the world. So what you telling them is don't do it.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go. Y'all have it from the doctor.
All right. Okay, Oklahomans say no to recreational marijuana.
No puff puff pass.
No puff puff pass.
Man.
Nope.
Okay, we knew that. We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. Got to have that medical card. So listen, but now they had a great turnout as far as voters are concerned.
Okay.
What I found out was that in Tulsa County, We voted no 54% and yes 46%. Had a total of 90,000 votes that took place here. In Oklahoma City, they were 50-50. So they had 102,434 votes total.
That's a big turnout.
That is a big turnout.
That makes me feel better too, because on the news you just see yes and no, 60 something percent.
Right.
And it makes you think, oh, well, it was so unbalanced, but the two major populated areas did a lot of voting.
Well,
and it's kind of 50-50.
One way to help to remedy this is to make sure that individuals who truly need a medical card can get it. So one of the issues that I commonly hear about is that you hear people that have had brain injury, that they have headaches, they have intractable headaches, they tried numerous different medications and nothing seems to work. That may be an individual that we need to try to make sure that they can get a medical card.
Sure.
Somebody who's just saying, well, you know what, I've got aches and pains, and I want to puff pass. Okay, well, you know what, you need a little bit more than that. But particularly with brain health, brain injury, there have been a lot of studies, anecdotal studies also, of individuals that have used medical marijuana that has helped them with headaches, that's helped them with appetite, and has helped them in their quality of life. So I don't. Sometimes this gets so politicized that we don't necessarily take into consideration. Sometimes this is a need for someone, someone who needs it. Then we need to make sure they get their medical card.
Never forget that story in Colorado where the Oklahoma couple was traveling back and forth for their baby that needed that marijuana.
I saw that.
Where she was having seizures. And it was definitely needed for that child. I don't know what type of. I know they wasn't giving her smoking. Maybe
no.
Some type of THC or
CBD. It may have been drops.
Drops.
It may have been drops.
I can tell you my concern was going to be like the misuse of it, maybe some long-term effects, and just having it just recreationally. I just was
listen, recreational. Next thing you know, you're going to see 12 and 13-year-olds walking around the street smoking marijuana. We can't have that. We can't have that.
That wouldn't be good for none of us. Brian, you want to weigh in on that? Because I can only imagine how slow somebody would move doing karate. It'd be like the Matrix. Like I'm trying to get my punch.
Doing the Matrix.
Just Kush got me. The Kush got me.
It might be doing Tai Chi.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I think anything that you put into your body, you're going to get out of your body. It's the same thing. When you eat what you eat, you're gonna. Consequences come with everything.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
so it's putting the right thing together and getting the right consequences. And it's with our spiritual life, mental life, physical life. You put the work in, you'll get the good consequences.
Absolutely.
But it's the work.
Yeah.
It boils down to doing the work.
That's the problem.
And then 20 and they're maybe even up into the 90s. There was an expectation of a work ethic for you to be successful. What's happened in the last 15 to 20 years is that expectation is I want all of that,
right?
But I don't want to put all of that work in.
That's right.
And
that's not
that's not how it works.
Yeah, that's
not how it works.
Make a quick shout out.
And where is the satisfaction?
Right.
Absolutely.
When you go through something and like our black belts tests are very, very difficult. But when you finish that, you've accomplished something.
Right.
1 in 10,000 people start the martial arts make it to black belt. Well, why is that? They have to put in the time.
Got to put in the work.
Yep.
And you can go out and buy one. I mean,
right.
But in your own,
I got a black belt on right now.
JC Penney.
Hey, let me do a quick shout out to Raquel Moore. Said I really appreciate you guys providing news we can really use. God bless all of you and your guests. Quick shout out from Raquel.
Thank you.
I call him Blue Humpty. He tuning in from the Motor City down in Detroit. We got Mr. Bobby Lamont. That's Mario Choice tuning in. They call it Funky Town. That's Fort Worth for y'all that don't know. And then Nico Shepherd Cook said, "Thank you, Jesus. They did not create the puff pass movement in Oklahoma State that she has a lot of love for." So Damali, now y'all get ready, because when we come back to you got to have your 3 things. Let people know how to follow you and how to support you. When we come back, Dr. Ferdu, get your 3 things ready and let the people know what you got coming up next. But let's get to this trivia question, because I think I got it right.
All right. Here we go. Black History trivia question. Here it is, one more time, and I'm going to give you the answer. Who was the first Black actress to win a Primetime Lead Actress Emmy Award? Was it A, Viola Davis, B, Lena Horne, C, Cicely Tyson, or D, Diane Carroll? Dr. Perdue said D. JB said C.
I'm nervous. Wait. Man, JB play a church song or something. I'm feeling nervous.
Your cornbread hot
I won 4 for 4. It sounds like the way she's saying it.
Don't get the butterflies now, man.
Continue.
Charles said C. Somebody else on the
Sicily.
line. Somebody else said
JB said C. Hey, y'all look. Humpty out of Detroit. He said
Kim
D.
said
D. We get D. Anybody else?
Anybody
Read
else?
it one more time. We gonna get our more listeners.
Who was the first Black actress to win a Primetime Lead Actress Emmy Award? Was it A, Viola Davis, B, Lena Horne, C, Cicely Tyson, or D, Diane Carroll?
Lena Horne don't sound bad.
Raquel said Cicely Tyson. That gave me some chance to drink. Well, okay, I got my nerves calm.
You got your nerves calmed down, so you ready?
I think I'm ready.
All right. So the answer is, if you said C, Cicely Tyson, you are correct.
Let me go. I was gonna run around, but we on the air, so it's like, Nico said I said D first. She said D first. Say, you know what? I thought. Well, I'm tell you why I was nervous.
Why?
Because I was thinking, man, we talking about stars, and I'm like, man, Dr. Perdue from LA. That's why I thought he had me. He said, see, you don't know about the daytime stuff like I know. It's the way he started.
It's like the way he said it.
The way he said it, but Cicely Tyson, it's her time in, man. She has definitely had more opportunities, because I'm like, I know it's not Viola Davis. I know it's not, but I know it was between the other two. So
is she still living?
No.
She's not living?
No. So anyway, Cicely Tyson has won 3 Primetime Emmys for her work in television. She winning for the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, which happened in 1974.
Yeah.
The oldest living Confederate widow tells all, which was in 1994. And then she won a Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play for her performance in The Trip to Bountiful. Do you guys remember that? I love that movie too. In 2014.
Wow.
So she's won 3. So good job, everybody.
Hey.
As always, next week.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Until next time, Damali, good job.
Yeah.
Because everybody on this live is saying, man, I learned something today. People are like, wow, I learned something I didn't even know. So thank you.
Yes.
For that's very important information to know.
Absolutely, and we need to know our history. I mean, and it's just
Absolutely.
little tidbits like this, because some of this information might be helpful and might be a seed to spark something in some of these young folks that we encounter. So you got to know where you come from in order to, continue to progress forward. So, it's a joy to do this every week. So, okay, upcoming events. World One Development is
Hold on. Y'all get y'all pen and pad out. This is the stuff that's going on in the community that you need to learn about, and start sharing the video so people can get it if they're not watching it right now.
Yes. All right. World One Development is looking for volunteers to help serve the community. If you would like to volunteer or need community service hours, you can give us a call at 918-380-1493, or you can email me at damali.wilson@World One Development, or inbox us on Facebook Messenger at World One Development. If you're looking to have an event, the 36th Street North Event Center, dates available. You can give us a call at 918-200-9046 to reserve your spot. Fitting Back In is still taking registration for justice-involved individuals, past or present, in Tulsa County for job training programs that will yield living wage jobs. You can contact Christy Williams at Christy, Kristi, .williams@fittingbacktulsa.org, or you can give us a call at 918-592-3500 to sign up. We are here to help justice-involved citizens thrive. Oasis Fresh Market is open 8 o'clock a.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 8 o'clock a.m. until 8 o'clock p.m. on Sundays. You can stop by for all of your grocery and merch needs.
And remember,
you see, I got on my Oasis shirt.
Mark your calendar for April 8th. We have a huge event that's going to be coming up at Oasis Fresh Market. Just save that date. We're going to have more details next week.
All right. Uganda Mission.
Yes.
If you would like to support a child's education for one school year, consider making a donation to World One Development in the amount of $250. That takes care of breakfast, lunch, books, uniforms, and a broom for one student, as well as the fees that it costs to get the money over to Uganda. You can send a cash app at $World One Development, or you can hit us up on PayPal at donations@worldonedevelopment.com. All right, there is a free, and I said free,
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 Yes.
home buying workshop happening March 11th from 10 o'clock a.m. until 11 o'clock a.m. at the OSU Tulsa Conference Center. You can contact Alnetta Morris at alnetta@okstate.edu. You can also register at bit.ly/buy BYE2TO buy BUY. Juneteenth Vision Planning Meeting is going to be happening Thursday, March 23rd at 6:30 p.m. at the 36th Street North Event Center. That's located at 25 East 36th Street North. This meeting is for volunteers and those interested in joining the committee or a committee for Juneteenth. For more information, you can go to tulsajuneteenth.org.
And you got to remember, we have the largest Juneteenth in the nation, 3 years strong.
Wow.
So it was a lot of people out. Tulsa does it big, so make sure you get involved so you'll know what's happening.
Also, we have the Black Creek Freedmen sent me a message today and said that there's an update on the Black Creek Freedmen case. You know, there's a lawsuit that's actually happening. There's an upcoming court hearing that's going to be happening Friday, March 10th. So that's day after tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. Rhonda Grayson and Jeff Kennedy, along with the attorneys from Solomon Simmons Law and Riggs Abney, will appear before Judge Mauser in Okmulgee, Oklahoma. The hearing... Okay, let's see. So the Creeks have violated the court's directive where they were told to provide information. They told the Muskogees to provide information to Miss Grayson and Mr. Kennedy to help them win their case. They have not done that. The court made it clear that the nation was expected to provide the requested information as well as their reason for disregarding the 1866 Creek Treaty.
That's big stuff right here.
That's
y'all.
big stuff. So they're asking, they need your support. They're asking that you join them at the Muskogee Nation District courtroom in Muskogee, Oklahoma, to show your support for justice for Black Creeks and the co-founders of Greenwood.
Did you say Muskogee or Okmulgee?
Muskogee Nation District Court.
JB, you going? That's your city.
That's your city.
You know what? I'm in total support of everything they got going on.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he might show up, y'all.
That's
big,
maybe
y'all.
or maybe
That's
not.
big stuff.
Don't forget the Joyful Movement North Tulsa 8-week challenge that started February 20th. You know, that's where me and Dr. Furdu's wife, we're doing belly dancing classes through this. They are.
I told you it was a bigger mission. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm on the sideline.
Right. These classes happen at Jane A. Malone Center in Chamberlain Park, which is located at 4940 North Frankfort Avenue. It's from 6 to 7 o'clock. The sponsors are Be Well Community Development Corp., Tulsa Parks, the Tulsa Health Department. They do belly dancing on Monday and Wednesday from 6 to 7. On Tuesdays, they do line dancing from 6 to 7. And on Wednesday mornings, they actually offer yoga. All of it is free. You know, you guys need to go out. This is an opportunity for you to get healthy when we're talking about, you know, mind, body, and spirit. There's an opportunity. It's free.
Hold on. Did you say you guys need to come out? That's what I thought you said. You guys need to come out.
You guys like
Taking the yoga.
And the yoga.
And in the line dance.
And the line dance.
So you pick your classes. So I can only commit one day a week to go to the class. And so
do.
I go on to Mondays because that's the day of the week I can be there. Mm-hmm. But they give you other options.
The beauty of it is you get moving.
Exactly. And, that's the point.
I saw Damali had on a hat that said Hot Girl Summer. I took it off before she came into the radio station. I was like, we're not going to start. There's no Hot Girl Summer at KBOB is what we're not going to do. So it's probably out in the car. I'm going to try to put it in the trash can.
Right.
Just dance and relax a little bit while y'all over there.
Right. All right, Black History Saturdays is going to take place on Saturday, April 1st at Edgerec Youth and Family Fun Center, located at 5424 North Madison Avenue. It runs through November. You can sign up at bit.ly/Black History Saturdays. Now, the adult class is full.
It's full.
It's full to the brim. Like they're busting out.
We'll still get you a chair, but I'm just saying there's a lot of folks up in there.
However, the children's classes, we can use some additional children. So if you want your children, I'm telling you, they are doing great things. Awesome. They dance with the kids. They show them videos. They have coloring pads that they do about, iconic figures in Black history. So if you want your children to get a great foundation about where they come from, come on over and join us on Black History Saturdays. It's the first Saturday of every month. I mean, we have great food. Like Charles was talking about, Chef Hayes, he'd be throwing down.
I'll stay in the kitchen the whole time.
Right.
I'll be listening and speaking. Quick shout out to Raquel Moore. She said she might have to join that belly dancing class.
It's fun, Raquel. I'm telling you, it is a blast.
I also want to add this for Miss Carol Davis, because people trying to get that roof over that head.
Okay.
So it's open to everyone. A home of your own. Yes, you can. Let us show you how. Home Buyer Readiness event is going to be happening Saturday, March 18th, 9:30 to 11:30. Awesome. Doors open. Hey, they got me because they put breakfast. See, I ain't heard food on some of that stuff. Y'all got to have some food. So they gonna have breakfast, so I'll be there. The location is Antioch Baptist Church. Pastor Marla Mayberry, that's my sister right there. 110 West 56th Street North, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106. They're gonna have a kids zone, so you out there to get motivated, because them kids gonna be in the house too. Again, raffle. They're gonna have prizes and drawings. Bring a friend. Down payment assistance is gonna be in the building.
Yeah, come on.
And free breakfast. You got me with the breakfast. I got a house already, but I'm home.
So you just gonna come to hang out there.
Shout out to Carol Davis. She sent it to me, man. She was amazing. Lord. She'll be there.
God love them. All right, and then lastly, Agilrec Spring Break Camp is gonna be going down.
This is the biggest thing going on in the city. Y'all don't know. This is it.
Yes. Spring Break Camp is gonna be happening. It's only $20 a day.
$20 a day, y'all.
I mean, that's for breakfast, lunch, and activities all day. Your kids are running around. We'll work out for you. They're gonna be tired by the time they get home.
Let me do this real quick.
Yes.
We got about 20 kids that we need to scholarship.
Oh, we do.
I got that.
What?
I got that.
You dropping dollars?
Look, JB done remix the whole song.
Okay.
I got that.
See, that's what I'm saying. So, see, y'all.
You still JB
on over here. Yes.
He just knocked me out.
Yes.
So now,
thank you, Dr. Furdu. We appreciate that. See, partnership, y'all. This is what we're talking about. We gonna go ahead and have a good time with these babies.
Thank you, Doc. I don't even know what to say.
Thank you so much. That is awesome.
Because me and Damala was like, man, this thing starts Monday.
Yeah.
And Grandma done called 4 times. We working on it. So
Don't worry about it, Grandma. I got it.
Yeah.
Grandma.
So check this out. So then all you guys need to do is give us a call, hit up me or Charles, or you can go to our Facebook. Our Facebook page. We have the link. So you just click on the link, fill out the paperwork that's right there. We'll give you a call back. You can go ahead and make your payment if you're paying, or if you receive a scholarship, compliments of Dr. Furdu and some of our other donors, then we'll go ahead and get that all handled.
And another good thing, this is what I love about this. A lot of our kids that used to be in the summer camp or in the spring break camp, they coming back. I hit up Kyle Mayberry. He used to play with KU.
Yes.
You know, he graduated. Now he's a coach down there in Louisiana. He's coming back. Manny, they graduated from, he went to Booker T, went to Langston. He was in the band. He's coming back. Faith is coming back. LaWanya is there.
Yes.
Brendan Isham. So all the performance that you need. So it's just going to be, Mom going to be there. Miss Barbara going to miss Caddy, me, Damali. Asbury going to be out there on Monday. We're going to be doing a mission trip out there with the kids.
Yes.
So this is going to be one of the safest, because there's a lot of good stuff going on in the city. But this one, we're going to take care of you. And thanks to Dr. Furdu for scholarship in them 20.
Yes.
Dr. Furdu, my account already empty. So you got to take it all the way to the 20. You can't stop at 18. I'm like, oh. No, I'm just playing.
Hey,
love you, man. We appreciate it.
I got that.
Yes.
Now, before we go to birthdays, we're going to switch back for the 3 things and let people know how to follow you and what you got going on.
Okay. First thing, actually, I'm going to be over at the Hyatt tomorrow and the next day with Royal Rangers. They got a big lead conference coming up there. Okay. We do a lot with the Royal Rangers, with the AG churches, and they go after the young boys, teach them how to be godly men.
Yeah,
and so awesome. We're going to set up over there, and we do things all over the country with them. Okay. And so it's a good deal. Yeah. So we'll be over there this week. Come by and visit us. I'll have a table over there. You can come by and say, hey, Brian, I heard you on the radio.
Yeah.
Want to be part? And we'd love to see you. What else we got going on? We've got what else? Of course, we're going to be probably going back to Lebanon in June or July.
Oh.
We got some
Yeah.
great things happening over there.
Yeah.
We're up in Tripoli in Lebanon, and they are
Yeah.
running a camp up there. We're hooked up with Horizons International, and we minister to the gypsies.
Oh wow.
In Lebanon, gypsies.
Yeah.
And these are kiddos and kiddos that are in the trash dumps. And so the poorest of the poor. So we bring them in, teach them karate, tell them about Jesus, send them back out, love on them, and teach them how to be godly men and women.
It's a beautiful thing.
And here's the thing with because we went to Ginger and we shopped.
Uh-huh.
We didn't do no karate. He was in Ginger, actually
same
has
time,
a class there. So Pastor Caperi, because you listening in from Uganda, and I know your people with you. The beauty of you seeing Brian here on our show is we want to put something together with the karate in Uganda that we can make happen, because I know the people are there already.
Well, and we can make that happen because we're not just in the Sudan refugee camps. We're in Jinja, Busia. We're in we got 6 different programs running all in Uganda.
Right.
And so we want to be part of that and help that out because we're already there, and we've got a contact man that's already running, so we can get it hooked up and go.
That's
so
amazing.
Good things are happening.
So do you have a website?
I do. Combatteam.com.
Combatteam.com.
It isn't hard. And then you can go right in there. You want to get a hold of me. It's Brian at combatteam.com.
Got it.
Or combatteambrian at gmail.com.
Is this a not-for-profit that they can donate
to?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it is non-profit. We're 501c3. We're on ministry. We work pretty close with Asbury.
Yes.
They're our home church when we were in Tulsa. Now that we're in Missouri, but we still are very connected with them.
Okay.
And then, you can go right in there, and also you can go donate, or you can go to Cash App, combat combat team. So easy to get.
And we'll take a picture and we'll post all of that. And if you miss all of that, show up at EduRec June 1st, because the month of June we're gonna give you a little intro. I'm gonna be in there. Wow!
God!
I'm ready.
I guess he's gonna be coming to see
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it may
No.
be.
See,
No.
Karate Kid, and I don't want to be none of them. You know who I want to be? Shogun. See, I don't know if y'all know Shogun.
Oh no, I know.
Y'all remember Shogun?
Yeah.
Who's the master?
Yeah.
You know the last dragon. Show up.
That's right. That was right.
And Doc said it right. Right when I finish, I'm coming to see him.
Right.
Get the chiropractor out, get my brain, get everything snapped back. But love you, man, and thank you so much for coming on.
You.
Dr. Fairdew, three things and what you got coming
up. Protect your sleep. Number one, protect your sleep, and also protect your sleep environment. Turn the TV off, turn the radio off, turn the computer off, and really, honor yourself by getting good sleep.
Let me ask a question. When you say that, what about like water? Saying, some people sleep to water, or
that's okay.
Jazz.
Yeah, some people need that. But there's also some individuals that feel like, okay, well, I'm gonna just leave the TV on and just have the TV watching you throughout the night.
Right.
That will adversely affect your sleep.
Okay.
So,
gotcha.
Second thing is that, as it's been said by, I'm gonna call my man Brian Squared. Brian 2.0.
Yeah, I've been called that.
JB gonna be our karate teacher in June. So
he's absolutely right from the standpoint that your physicality, your mental space, and your spiritual space all are interlinked.
Right.
And so try to the best of your ability to be working in a positive direction in all three of those, because they will feed off of one another. And so, I think that's incredibly important. Sometimes we get so bent on, okay, well, I'm going to work out, but I'm going to eat anything I want. I'm not going to go to church. I'm not going to do this. Well, the problem is that those tend to be individuals that aren't able to make it to their ultimate goal. So third thing is, I want the listeners to be aware of the fact that Mr. Eaton has given me a task to develop a community medical program that will be speaking on Fridays at noon each week.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
So we're excited about that. It looks like our start date is going to be April 7th. Dr. Nicole Washington, who we all know from the University of Oklahoma, who is a board licensed psychiatrist, and she's going to do the first show on the 7th. I'm going to do the second show We have Dr. Ranoko Whitaker, who will be doing the third show on
Yes.
pediatrics.
Yes.
And the main idea is that, we don't really have we don't have a name, but to me, this feels like our community, our medicine.
Yes.
So we want to have the show. The format will be roughly 15 to 20 minutes where we may talk about a topic and then kind of open it up to callers or open it up to social media and give us an opportunity to answer some of those questions. I'm going to rely upon you two to kind of help us with the marketing
Sure.
of that, because, this has kind of all come together rather quickly. But we're excited. We want to pour into our community and to provide another means of educating in regards to medicine other than you going to see your primary care doctor. This does not replace going to your doctor. Just like listening to a gospel radio station does not replace you going to church on Sunday.
Right?
So
That part.
Right. We do not want people to think, okay, well, I'll listen to the show and I don't need to go see my doctor. No, but it's just something that we can add into our community to make sure that we're properly educated on our social, physical, and mental challenges.
I love it. And you said that's at 12 o'clock.
It's going to be 12 o'clock noon.
First one going to be April 7th at 12 noon.
April 7th.
April 7th. Put the in
And it's
Nicole,
every-
Washington.
It's going to be every week. And so
Every week. What?
we've got right now we've got about 10 physicians. I'm trying to find, I'd like it so maybe once every 3 months, every physician will come
Yes,
on and give
a
a different
rotation.
topic. So it'll be a rotation, so it doesn't necessarily feel like a burden to any one individual. So we've got about 10 to 12 doctors right now. It's just mainly a matter of over the summer, the challenges you're going to run into is people taking vacation and what that's going to look like.
Yeah.
But we've got probably the first 8 to 10 shows actually locked in. So
that's
gotten
awesome.
commitment from some fantastic physicians and people who just want to pour into their community.
I'm going to tell you what I think when I hear about that, Damali,
What's that?
is I asked Dr. Perdue, I think on the last time he was here, the time before I asked, I said, man, when you look at the state of our community, are you encouraged or are you concerned?
Right.
And he said, man, I'm very
Concerned.
concerned.
He did say that.
In my mind, something like this can maybe help that not be as
Big of a
so
concern,
concerning,
yeah.
because information is knowledge and you can take that and make those changes. So hopefully 3 months in, when I ask him that again, he can say, I feel a little bit more encouraged.
Yes.
All right,
All right, birthdays. So today is Miss Kay Perry's birthday, all the way in Uganda. You're sharing a big day, and we're so excited just to day across on the other side of the world.
Hold on real quick, because Raquel said, how can she tune in to that show? Raquel, you'll be able to tune in on KBOB899.com. You local, KBOB 89.9 FM for the Doc Show. And then if they put another spin with another website, we'll add that as well.
And they're also on Facebook at KBOB 899. What is it? 89.9 FM. Yes,
There you go.
it. That's on Facebook. All right, March 9th, Angie Craven has a birthday. That's
sister.
the
Happy
line
birthday.
dance teacher over there. March 11th is her mom, Miss Ernestine Broom, our
Hey,
sitting
that's
back
royalty.
in royalty. Yes. My cousin Wanda Thomas and Emmanuel Ortega, aka
Hey,
Manny, who's going to
one
be our spring break camp.
Activity leader over there at
Yeah.
Spring Break.
Yes. March 13th. Now check this out. There's a lot of people on this day. So Nicole Barton, who's a photographer here. Silver Kabali over in Uganda, Taylor Elliott, my niece, and Mama Joyce Williams. It's
Man,
gonna
that's
be
a
their
whole lot.
birthday.
You remember Nicole from when we did the photo shoot over there on Black Wall Street?
Yes.
Excellent sister. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And then March 14th, one of the Magnificent Seven who traveled with us over to Uganda, Miss Gail Butler, has a birthday.
Wow.
Yes.
That is amazing.
So don't forget, you can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. That's World One Development, EduRec Youth and Family Fund Center, Fitting Back In Prison Reentry Program, or the 36th Street North Event Center.
Absolutely. Damali, it has been an amazing show. JB
Yes.
Smooth, good job on them ones
Yes,
and twos.
yes,
Dr.
yes.
Andre Perdue, thanks for coming in and giving us that news we can use
Yes.
in that medical field. And Mr. Brian, comeback team.
Yeah.
Showing up. Who's the master? I'm gonna let them show before when I leave out here. Who's the master? I'm gonna get their shirt. Damali, good job. Shout out to the whole KBOB family, man. Y'all make sure y'all always tune in. Nothing but excellent shows go on here. We got to get out of here. All of our loyal listeners from all around the world, we appreciate y'all. Keep sharing this video. Y'all keep showing us love. We're going to keep showing you love. But we got to get ready to get out of here, y'all. So please consider donating to Eden Media Services to help our community radio continue to stay on the air. You can send that donation made payable to Eden Media Services to 1216 North Lansing Avenue. That's Sweet D. We moving on up, y'all. Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106. Also, for you people that love to do that cash app, you can do $ Eden Media Services, and that'll go right on into the old pocket, and then we can take care of some of these bills. This has been News You Can Use with your boy Charles Harper, that's me.
And Damali Wilson, that's me.
And we're live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., so make sure you tune in.
Later, y'all.
If you'd like to promote or advertise your events or business on our show, inbox us on Facebook at World One Development. This has been World One Development's News You Can Use with Charles Harper and Damali Wilson. Views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and their guests, and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or other groups and individuals associated with KBOB 89.9. Y'all have a great day. We'll see y'all next week.